This is the 11th day of November 2024, and I am here again to respond to a question by somebody who just asked me, Prime Minister, what do we do to sustain the peace and security we've brought to Biafra land? And I told him, and I said, I am going to make this video to respond because I know many people are going to be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory. The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist state police, and every arm carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed, because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people, and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill. So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding, how the security situation are in those places. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land. 29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists. Look at the northeast, northwest, where Nigeria is breeding. There are many terrorist groups springing up on a daily basis. Innocent women and children are being neutralized every day. Take a look in the Middle Belt, where Nigeria is breeding. There are people who have given birth to their children inside IDP camp, and many of them are today, many of those children are today 19 years of age. What does that tell you? It means that people have actually left and fled their ancestral land and have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And without any plan for them to reclaim their land. Their land is now being occupied by strangers. Who are those strangers? The fighters that were actually killing the people and chasing them out of their own land. Nigeria is breeding in the Middle Belt. And that's the reason why we decided that the solution to sustain this security in our land is to make sure that Nigeria never breed. And that's what Simon Ekpa is leading. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
They are called unknown gunmen. I don't know where they came from. Maybe they are the spirit of all those killed by the police and the army, and they are avenging the death of the people that the police and the army killed. They are called unknown gunmen. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they come from. But they are fighting for the poor. They are like Robin Hood, but in this case, they are not robbing the poor, the rich to pay the poor, no. They are robbing the criminals, the murderers of their own lives. Murderers in the police and the army. People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed. Look at Sultan of Sokoto talking rubbish. The spiritual leader, whatever rubbish he is of the zoo. Sultan of Sokoto, that he was in the army. That war is not good. But you Fulanis are the ones living war on everybody. You took over the whole of Plateau. You came down into Benue. Your people were at also one, massacring people. Then you never talked about war. As soon as we rose up and said enough is enough, now this war language starts to come into your lips. Do you think we are foolish? Do you think we are... Go and bring all the BBCs of this world, every propagandist for neo-colonialists, gang them, bring them together against Biafra agitation. You're wasting your time. Bring them against ESN, you're wasting your time. Arrest all you like, but I'm just warning them. If you're a policeman involved in the arrest of innocent people, all I need to do is to go down on my knees and pray and ask God, please, may on men locate you and they will find you. So all those police stations involved in all this, it's only a matter of time, it will come. Since you want anarchy, you will get anarchy. Since that is what you want. You people, you don't like people that play it gently by the rules. No, not in the zoo. That is how you have been taking over our land, raping our women, abducting us and killing us. We came out at Tompo, you killed us for no reason. Shia people came out at Abuja, you shot them for no discernible reason. And all of you saw soldiers with live bullets killing people in broad daylight. No major news outlet carried it in the world. They've bribed all of them. I'm saying it on camera. And I wish that the US Congress can call me to testify. The American ambassador, that woman took bribe from Nigeria. Nigeria bribes every ambassador that comes to Nigeria. They give you loads of money, so you will never report what is happening in Nigeria. You don't know that? I'm saying it live on camera. I wish they can call me in America, come and testify. I will do so. The British is as corrupt as the devil. That woman, she was the one that was responsible for the murder at Lekki. When she went to see Tinubu, I warned everybody, look at this woman, the army will open fire. Not up to 6 hours, they open fire. That woman. That's another line. All of you are just looking. Anyway, most of you are blind, you cannot see. And more. We see things that the mere mortals cannot see. That is why Elohim is with us. That is why everything I say comes to pass. It must happen, it must come to pass. I told them that when we were giving thanks and praises to Elohim, I told them that this horn that we are, this trumpet that we are blowing, anybody who gets it in Asorok will go deaf. How many days? And there was fire in Asorok for the very first time. The zoo will be destroyed. Not that we may just get Biafra, so that when this story is written, our children will know that God did it, not man. Man put their faith in their chariots. Britain, you have you're a member of the UN Security Council. You're very strong. You're powerful. All these criminal US ambassadors coming to Nigeria. Yeah, you have money. You are US. You will always support Fulani. You people are openly supporting terrorists because of money, because they bribe you, because Halliburton has all your concessions, because there is a Shell and everything. Everybody's milking Biafra. Because of that, it is better we support terrorists. They'll kill the innocent. And you're diplomats. Your diplomats presiding over the slaughter of the innocent. You cannot speak the truth. We are in the middle of a war. The Fulanis have levied war on every indigenous population, ethnic group in Nigeria. All of you can say it. All you can say is invite the Sarakin or Sarakin Fulani Lagos. Not the Oba of Lagos, no. Sarakin Fulani Lagos means the supreme Fulani ruler in Lagos. Because the US ambassador has taken money from Nigeria. Very soon her tour of duty will come to an end and she will go. She will become a multimillionaire. That is why they all want to come to Nigeria. Because Fulani will pay very well to suppress the news, to stop the truth from going out. And all of you will suffer if you don't repent. You will suffer. Mark my words somewhere, you will suffer if you don't repent from your evil ways. You take money from murderers and from killers to suppress the truth. Biden doesn't know what is happening in Nigeria because they rely on the ambassador to feed them accurate information. And that is not happening because they've been bribed. And that is why people are dying in Nigeria. Nigeria is the only place in turmoil, not making it onto the front pages of newspapers all over the world. Nobody talks about it because they are all compromised. They've been bribed. We don't need your one Nigeria to survive. They try. Can you imagine the nonsense? They brought in their food blockade. They said we will not send food to the south. They are perishable goods. So the items got spoiled in the north. The government now turned around to pay them almost 500 billion. They are the ones that said they will not sell their goods to the south. The goods are now rotten in the north. And the government paid them compensation of nearly 500 billion. And you're one Nigeria. Tomorrow morning, you idiotically wake up in the morning and say, I'm a Nigerian. As I said before, before I used to blame white people for racism, I no longer blame them for it. Because we are the cause of racism. Our stupidity as black people is responsible for the way we're being treated all over the world. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. We don't need them to survive. We don't need them. And we can give them the oil and gas for free. As I've said before, allow me to repeat. The oil, apart from granting citizenship to every northern Christian, I mean Core North, I mean the Sharia, Arewa, Janjaweed North, you will all live in Biafra land where you can practice your religion without fear or favor. Another thing we are going to do is to pipe free oil and gas across the whole of West Africa. In Biafra, Uzodinma will receive oil and gas for free. You see, Benin Republic, oil and gas for free. Togo will receive oil and gas for free. Ghana the same. All the way to heaven knows where, I think Western Sahara. Do you know why? Because we want the economies of all these countries to grow as well, because they're going to buy our goods and services. They will buy our goods and services. That is why we need the economies to grow as well. A Biafra will offer free oil and gas to the entire West African coastal region. To tell you, we don't need oil and gas to survive as a people. We are not fighting for Biafra because of oil and gas. We are fighting because it is the will of God, and we must be free. We are free people. We were free before the white man came, and we shall be free once again. And as I've been telling people, and they do not, or some will not understand or hope to understand, what we are doing is of the spirit. The likes of Shoyinka must stand up to speak the truth. Obasanjo, you must speak the truth. Tell us where Buhari is. You know where his grave is at. You can point that out for us. Tell us. Free yourself of that very burden. Shoyinka, the same thing. Shoyinka, you were campaigning for them, for Buhari, until your carrot and cabbage clashed with Fulani cattle. You now realized that there is danger in the land. All these years, all the Fulani insurgency and incursion into the south, he never said a word. People look up to you to speak the truth. You never said a word until they came to your farm and ate your carrot and your cabbage, started complaining. Typical black people. Until something affects you, it's nothing. That mindset must change. And that is where Biafra must come. And when Biafra does come, everybody will be free. If Biafra is not free, none of you is going to be free. And that is why I have said it before, and allow me to repeat. We have come to set all of you free. And if you allow this nonsense to continue, you'll be sunk. If you have not gotten your Somali visa, go and get it now. Because the zoo is gone. And the hell has arrived. Thank you very much for listening. From me, from here. Good evening.
Good morning, Biafrans. Wonderful people and lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome each and every one of you this morning. I welcome you to the questionnaire this morning for yet another day that Chukwu Okike Abiama has given us the strength and the power to witness. Today, as you all know, in the land of our ancestors, in Biafran territory, in Biafra land, today is MEANS.JOIN Day, a day set aside for civil disobedience against the terrorist Nigerian state. Today we remember that our leader MEANS.JOIN is still in detention at the facility of the DSS. So all over Biafran territory today is sit at home. And this is what Biafrans are doing willingly in solidarity for the release of our leader MEANS.JOIN and every other Biafran that is held in the custody of the terrorist Nigerian state. MEANS.JOIN, our leader, was kidnapped from Kenya on the 19th of June 2021. What is his crime? He committed no crime, because we know that self-determination is not a crime under any law. So because Nigeria is a terrorist state, Nigeria is a, how do I say, a kidnapping headquarters of the world. They call it a kidnapping country. They went to Kenya. They are damned the consequences of their actions, the outburst or the repercussions of their actions, and took our leader from there. Even the world have kept quiet. Even when the world speak, Nigeria never listens. So today Biafrans are sitting at home, demonstrating their readiness to exit Nigeria, demonstrating their loyalty to the Biafran Republic government in exile, proving to the international community that they are ready for their freedom, as well as sending a very strong message to the terrorist Nigerian state administrators in Biafran land that we have a government, BRGIE, which the Biafran people listen to, which the Biafran people obey, which is a government that is responsive to them, a government that listens to them, a government that defends them, and a government that speaks for them. So Biafrans, if you are sitting at home today, we appreciate you. If you are watching from the homeland, you can as well indicate so that we will acknowledge your presence. So I welcome every one of you. Emmanuel Chibike, I welcome you. Charles Oji, I welcome you. William, I welcome you as well. And if you want me to welcome you as well, you just write on the comment section so that I can know that you are here. Because if you don't write on the comment section, I may not know who is watching and where you are watching from. Very important, Chibike is watching from the headquarters of Briggy, Baltimore, Maryland. Chibike, welcome. The atrocities of the Nigerian state continues unabated in our land. As I speak to you this morning, wonderful people, the Nigerian government are still very much carrying out their secret genocide in Biafran territory. Okigwe State, Olu State and its environs has been under the bombardment of the terrorist Nigerian state. The youth from all these ASICs, their lives are all in danger. Women and children are not left out. Kidnappings is also happening. Organ harvesting is now something that is synonymous with the zoo security agencies. They are now into organ harvesting, and that is why they are massively hunting for the youth of Biafra from Biafra land. So as we speak right now, I want you Biafrans to understand that Biafra land is still very much hot at this time. The Nigerian security agencies, the military, the police, the DSS, the Air Force, all the security agencies, including non-Boko Haram agents, are all focused on Southeast, where the Nigerian terrorist government sent them for the secret war. So it is very important that the international community, the world, knows what is happening in our land, because the Nigerian government will not make it known. They will not publish it, they will not cover it, they will not write about it. And that is why it is called secret war. That is why they are secretly buying our people, burning their properties, displacing communities in order to give way for the terrorists to come in and occupy our territory. So Biafrans, those of you that are here with me this morning, the only way you can make our information to go very wide is to share it on any platform at all. Any platform that people can click the link and listen. Share it on WhatsApp, share it on Telegram, share it on Instagram, share it on TikTok, share it on Facebook, share it on X Space, share it on YouTube as well. People need to know what is happening in Biafra land, because the Nigerian government atrocity is so much focused on Biafra land. Why? Why is it focused in Biafran territory? Is because it is only in Biafra land that Nigerian government is facing resistance. Their terrorist activities is being checkmated in Biafran territory. The Biafran, to make sure that massive casualties, the Nigerian government want to kill as many as possible, but the Biafran Defense Forces, the Biafran Black Marines, the resistance fighters, the Liberation Army are all protecting Biafran territory against these invaders, against these blood-sucking demons in military uniforms. So while the Biafran Defense Forces are doing everything humanly possible to protect our land, our women and children, there are the devil incarnate themselves, those who were born in Biafra land, those who are Fulani blood in Biafra land. The Nigerian government are also using them and their likes to snitch on the Biafran Defense Forces. So this moment, as this war of attrition is still ongoing in our land, everyone should be mindful of his movement, because the reason why most of Biafrans are victims of terrorist Nigerian state is because most of them don't listen to information, most of them don't listen to intel, most of them don't take it serious. Some fell victims out of ignorance. You are in a state, you are in a community where the terrorists have their militias, and the Biafran Defense Forces have warned the youth to always be mindful of their movement, especially at night. Always look over your shoulder whenever you are going out from the house. And make sure that you don't keep late nights, because the terrorists, they shoot at everything at sight. Anything at sight, they shoot at that. So when you go out and come late, you may be a victim of this terrorist Nigerian state. And when you fall victim, you don't have to blame the Biafran Defense Forces. The reason why you cannot see the Biafran Defense Forces in densely populated areas is to avoid mass casualties. That is why we embarked upon the guerrilla warfare, whereby you take them unawares, you take them out, and you disappear, so that there won't be exchange of bullets in the densely populated areas. This is very, very important. And that is why the Nigerian government can never win this war. This war, they can never win it, because the volunteers are so much prepared to be free out of the subjugation and out of the slavery of the Nigerian state. So everybody should be mindful of his or her movement at these perilous times. Very, very important. You saw what is happening in R&D Zogo, Axis, Umuaka, and all the rest of them. We are members of the Directorate of Sabotage, the DOS, who are working with DSS Nigeria, are using that avenue, using that guise as a security agent of the terrorists. They use it to come and kill the youth of their communities. They carry out all manner of propaganda against Gentle the Yahoo and Ejemeko in order to use it as a guise to invade such communities and, destroy the youths in the guise that, oh, they are unknown gunmen, unknown this, unknown that. And besides, we don't have unknown gunmen. What we have is the Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran Defense Forces. This is the army of Biafra. These are the men and women who have kept our communities, our cities, our towns, our state very, very safe. As I speak to you this morning, despite the atrocious activities of the Nigerian terrorist states, despite the human destructions of the terrorist Nigerian army and police, and the terrorists invading other communities all over Nigeria, Biafra land still remains the safest place in that geographical location. Why and how? Why? Because we have the Biafran Defense Forces. How? Because they have been protecting, stationed all around the strategic points in our communities. In other areas, in other states, the terrorists, the Boko Haram, the ISIS, the ISWAP, the Fulani herdsmen, they come in through the bushes where they have been occupying and enters into communities and wipes communities out. And when they do that, they now invite their fellow terrorists to come and occupy those communities. But in Biafran territory, the Biafran Defense Forces have chased them out of the bushes that they were occupying, making it very, very difficult for them to launch attacks from their different forests that they were occupying before. The only people that are committing insecurity in Biafran territory is the security agencies. The reason being that when the herdsmen, the terrorists who were camping through the bushes were evicted from the bushes, they know that they can no longer carry out attacks from the bushes. The security agencies now are the ones who are doing that for them. And because it is the government of Nigeria sanctioned such atrocities, nobody is speaking. The political players are not speaking. Once you speak, then the Nigerian government will come for you.